Oh my gosh, we're live. Hey, I'm Jay Skinner, and you are in the pre show of the Buyers and Sellers Show. We get started at 10:35 a.m. every Friday morning. And today I've got a guest, Rob Unpacks. You're going to love him. You're probably getting on because you already know who he is. And being from LA, I just love that Hollywood stuff. And that's where I learned to play the blues. They said, you got to live the blues to play it. Pasadena, and I was on the wrong side of the tracks. But I got to tell you, I love that Hollywood. And we're live. Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Skinner, and you're on the Buyers and Sellers Show. Man, am I happy to have you here today. And right now, we're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. How cool is that? And if you don't catch it live, you're going to catch it like this. Anyway, today I want to bring on my friend Rob Unpacks. He's the Director of Partnerships, video coach with dub.com. Hello there, Rob.
Hey, Jay, what's going on? How you doing?
Awesome, man. Good to see you. Glad you made it.
Good to see you too. Thanks for having me in.
You're welcome. Glad to have you. It's awesome. Oh, man. And we already got thumbs up coming at us. How about that? People are here. And a crowd will come together. And we've had a chance to talk. How good is that? Anyway, Rob, this is one of these situations where, as we were talking and practicing a little bit prior, if everybody doesn't know, a lot of preparation goes into these shows to give you the best product possible. And my association with Rob is due to dub.com. And we've gotten to know each other through there. And Rob, what I like to do is I want to show people what we did a couple days ago on Dub. And through that, you'll actually be explaining what we're going to talk about today. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, great. Here we go. Everybody watch. And it was just a couple days ago. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do, I like playing show and tell. That was like my favorite thing at school. So I sent this text to Rob. And yeah, that's it right there. Right off my iPhone, and using the Dub widget, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the D for Dub right down there. Clicked on that and created this. Very simple, very fun. And then he received something like his text. When he tapped on it, he got this. And you can see it says, "Hi, Rob. What are we talking about this Friday?" And then the rest of the story is down below that. He scrolled down just a little bit. There were these things that said, reply to Jay by video, call Jay, do other things. I said, hey, Rob, just reply to me and let me know. And so here's how it went. Everybody, we're going to show you the video. This is how fun it is. Here's the video. Hey, Rob Unpacks. I'm pretty excited about us working together this Friday on the Buyers and Sellers Show. Wondered if you could hit the reply by video below and let me know what we're going to be talking about in just a few seconds. Thank you. And then, Rob, just why don't you tell the people what happened after I sent that video and what did you do, and then I'll show you a reply.
Yeah. So what I got on the SMS was a nice, beautiful animated GIF of Jay sent me a message, which was very warm, inviting, and seeing that visual was amazing. Clicking on it, listening, and seeing Jay's message, and then all I did was hit reply with video on my phone, and then it opened my camera, it opened my mic, and I sent a video message directly back to him for him to have.
Hey, Jay, thanks so much. What we're going to be talking about is why the personal is the professional and how important personal branding and authenticity is in the world of sales and business today when you want to make deeper and truer connection.
And there we are. And here we are. And look, by the way, you've got some comments already. This is a good one. Sharon Skinner Hoffmeister. This is my niece, Rob. And she has gone live consecutively 1,150 days without missing a beat. No holidays there. Just doing every single day. Christmas, New Year's, everything
Iron
for her
Woman.
business. She has done a marvelous job. Congratulations. She's the SharonHoffmeister.com. If you want to find out what she does with Reveal products, she's a winner. She's wonderful. And she's got cool stuff for the holidays. So look her up. There we go. And I want to encourage everybody else that's listening, have any thoughts, please just comment, say hi, let us know what you're doing. So, Rob, you sent this to me, and it says, in a world where social media and technology has enabled us to be front and center with everyone, we need to make sure now more than ever that we are clear and transparent with our messaging and being our authentic selves. Talk to me.
Right. So in a world today where we are front and center more than ever, back in the day when we had to communicate in sales and business, it would either be over the phone or possibly just sending an email. Things have changed so much. Now it's all about the branding, who you are as a person, putting yourself front and center. And when you put yourself front and center on that stage, you have to be authentic and transparent with your messaging. The last thing you want is to show up on stage right in front of everyone and not be who you are. In the world we are today, we have millions of ways to look things up, to find out about companies, people, their backgrounds. So bring you to the center of the stage. People want that. Some of the biggest videos in the world that truly connect are videos where people are talking directly to the camera, because when you talk directly to the camera, you're talking directly to the people on the other side of that who are watching. That's true connection. Exactly. Right.
Look at that camera right there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, for me, so many people have the ability to go live or record a video asynchronously and put that out into the world. And we've never had, the technology today enables us to do things we were never able to do before. And you've got to lean into the technology to put yourself out there into the world. But if you do it, be authentic.
What are people wanting?
They want straightforwardness, they want transparency, and they want authenticity. Now, the first two is pretty obvious. It's in the forefront of their brain. They know they want straightforwardness. They know they want transparency. But a lot of the times in the subconscious of their brain, the one thing that they want is authenticity. So when they feel like someone is speaking directly to them, putting all the cards on the table and being truly authentic, that makes a difference. The last thing you want is to get a video from someone or a message from someone in the 3D form that we are in now and not be who they are. That's the last thing people want.
Amen to that. And what we've kind of found, and see, everybody needs to know that I've been using dub.com/JSkinner. If you want to get on, try it out, for a number of months. And when I want to connect directly to someone in a very extremely personal way, which is just about all the time, I use this video with a text or through an email, and a lot of cool things happen. First of all, people are a little surprised. They never got one exactly like this. And then they try out that video reply, and it happens to be the way I get a lot of testimonials.
It's a wonderful way to do it, and people end up surprised in a good way because what's the one thing we're trying to do in business and sales and growth? We're trying to punch through the noise. We're trying to really set in there and make a difference in terms of interrupting someone's day in a nice way. When someone sees a nice, beautiful animated GIF of someone smiling, they're sending them a message, it's inviting, you want to click on it and you want to find out more. It's not just that bare link that has no personality, that doesn't engage with you right away. So that's the key to that, is the engagement of actually seeing that human being wanting to connect.
We got some comments. Let's see. There's another one there. Amber McNeely jumps in. Hi, Amber. Thanks for coming. And good morning to you. Glad you're here. Great. Rob, this is something that you wrote to me, and it's a good one. How personal is the professional, and how important personal branding and authenticity is in the world of business and sales for deeper and truer connection. You studied this. I mean, you're one of these guys I'm just going to sit back and listen to.
Well,
Talk to me about that.
No, I appreciate it. I really, and this goes back to the key about being authentic. So companies and corporations across the country, across the world, are finally leaning into the power of the employee. They tried to do that before, but now with the fact that everyone can be in the forefront in terms of putting themselves out there, these corporations have their gigantic umbrella corporate guidelines of branding, but within those guardrails, you can have your own personal branding. And that's the thing companies are really starting to lean into. Okay, what's the personal branding of each individual employee? As long as it matches the overall messaging of the company, fantastic. No one's running away from these things anymore. They're putting people out there in front. Because think about messaging in general. As long as you're all on the same page, that's when you bring your own spice to who you are, right? That's everyone's going in the same direction, but you can have your own way of doing that. So the key here is reminding everyone that when you set your mind to it and your messaging is on par with the company you're with, or if you have your own company, you're an SMB, put that out into the world. People today are deciding more than ever on what you stand for. There could be a product or service that is amazing. You could have one company here that has the product or service. This company here is the exact same product or service. Maybe this one here, it's a little bit cheaper, a little bit better of a deal. But you know what? This company here stands for something that you believe in. And we're seeing it in big numbers where people are saying, all right, similar type of offers, but I want to go with that company that really stands for something. What do you stand for?
And people are reticent sometimes when they work for a company to do their own thing, especially if they have a marketing department. Getting out of their box, for instance. We talk about this when they work for a big company. How do people handle that? Because I really believe there's some folks sitting here saying, "Oh, they'll never let me do that." Have you experienced any of that?
With Dub, we do a lot of coaching where we have individuals that work for larger companies, and the conversations usually go something along the lines of, "Look, start using Dub, start using this system to be able to get you out there more authentically." And what usually happens is when someone within a sales team or a growth team or a business development team starts using something and they start seeing the results, then it catches on like a fire. And then typically management and upper executives see that and say, wow, that's pretty cool. How are you doing that? So at the end of the day, the executives in the big companies, they want results. And when they start seeing that, great. But then when they actually dive into how they're getting the results, then they're pretty like, wow, this is pretty cool. But again, it's all about communication. When you have a company, what's the big umbrella message? Make sure the branding of the individual matches that, but add your own spice. I mean, I can't make it any clearer than that. Where are we going? Everyone can get there in a little bit of a different way, but make sure it's a uniform trip together.
Exactly. And we talk about that's using video, and Dub is the way to do it. One of the things that you did on my video was you used this thing called a call to action. And we're getting into some of the features and ideas about Dub, and they've seen an example of the video, how that can work. Talk to them about some of the other features.
Yeah, well, you mentioned calls to action. It's a good place to start because when you send a video to someone, what do you want them to do? You want them to take action. So instead of sending a link for a video that goes nowhere, possibly on YouTube with a bunch of ads, and they can't take any action below that, you're sending them a wonderful video where they can watch it, see the content, and decide, you know what? I want to do something now. So what do I want to do? Well, I want to do some of these things right here. Maybe I want to reply with video. Maybe I want to text. Maybe I want to call. Maybe I want to book a time. Maybe I want to view a case study. Maybe I want to view a website. Maybe I want to fill out a form. There's a number of things you can have people do. The convenience of someone being able to get a wonderful animated GIF, click on it, go to a customized landing page that's created by Dub, where you've got your own background, your own logo. You have playlist videos that play right after your video. So if I had sent Jay a video and said, hey, Jay, listen, I want you to check this video out that's going to play right after this. It's really related to what I'm talking about now. It's pretty cool. Check it out. And then a video plays right after that. And then I can always say, click on the button below to send me a message back or book a time. Let them go to a place where it's the ultimate listening and conversion and communication environment.
And they can do it right on their phone.
They can do it on their mobile. They can do it on their desktop. It is made in a way so that it's so convenient for the other person. What's something we love today in the world? We love convenience, right? Well, being able to just hit a button and send something back is amazing. Or hit a button and book a time. Hit a button and shoot a text. All that stuff is convenient for the person. It makes the buying process and the selling process frictionless in terms of that.
I just want we've got a lot of people watching and listening, paying attention here. This is great. I want to encourage you to go into comments, and if you have a question or a comment, or you use Dub and you think it's cool, or you just know Rob and you want to give us some scoop, you can do that too. Anyway, I want to encourage you to comment. I know because your friends and they're going to be coming on. They're not used to maybe seeing my show, and this is a free for all. So feel free to jump in there and make a comment. And one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to type www.dub.com/J Skinner. And I do like that. And then it'll pop up there. And if you see it pop up on your screen, then you know where to type if you want to come back and say something else and get to know us. So on some of these platforms, there's a place to comment, others it's not. One of the things that I found valuable to me is having a calendar available for people to schedule time with me. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. The goal in sales is most of the time someone wants to speak to someone, typically. So having the ability to send someone an asynchronous message that tells them why they should be doing something, enticing them to do that, giving them the real value of what they're looking for, and then they can actually book a synchronous meeting with you, that's the power of that. So having a calendar integration is key when you're making a lot of these videos in terms of a call to action choice below that video. Book me, call me, text me, book me is important. Also, once you send these videos out, tracking is monumentally important. If I send you a video, Jay, and I know that, hey, you only saw 1% of it, I'll send you another video saying, what happened to the other 99%? Maybe you watched 50%. Maybe you watched 100%. Knowing and tracking and getting the results on knowing if the CTAs have been clicked, the videos have been watched, the video page has been viewed, all that is important and enables me as a sales rep to take smart actions. And smart actions are, I know you've taken an action. Now I'm going to either call you, I'm going to send you another video, or I'm going to shoot you a quick message. But we've got to know what the activity is of the other person so it guides us in the right way. And that's what we do with the tracking with Dub.
Cool. And I will tell you that a couple times you've used a word I've heard before, but I never looked it up to fully understand it. So I'm gonna show people something here. And I looked this up while you were talking, asynchronous versus synchronous. And because you talk about asynchronous. Right. And the key difference between synchronous and asynchronous communication is synchronous communications are scheduled real-time interactions by phone, video, or in person. Asynchronous communication happens on your own time and doesn't need scheduling. And you're really promoting asynchronous communication, which is the kind of communication that I was used to having when I worked in an office. I'd walk down the hall and walk in somebody's office or stop by somebody's cubicle.
Yeah, asynchronous is the doorway to synchronous, is really how you have to look at it. So if I'm sending you an asynchronous video that I've recorded and I have all that information there and said, hey, Jay, and I start doing my thing, and then you respond and book a time, and then we meet in Zoom or Google Meet or StreamYard or anywhere where we're going to meet, well, that enabled the synchronous. Asynchronous will enable the synchronous is the way to look at it.
Cool. I like it. I'm going to encourage anybody here that's listening to give it a try. We certainly have the videos available to us on our phones where we can send people videos, but that's not it. You need all these other features that dub.com provides so that you can do click to reply or do like I like this one too, where maybe you have some video demonstrations of a particular machine or something that you sell, and you can send it to, and this is great. If you sell machines, you go, hey, look, it's like, here's the machine we were talking about, a little video demonstration, John, take a look at that. And then let me ask you, Rob, is it set that after you do your personal thing, it just automatically flows into that next video demo, or does the customer click something? How does that work with multiple videos?
Yeah, so just imagine it's something called a playlist. So when I send you a video and I'm saying, hey, Jay, and I'm doing my thing, I can say, Jay, right after this video, there's going to be another video that's going to directly play, and it's going to talk about A, B, C, D. And that video will play right after that. You can have a number of playlist videos play. We always say with Dub, whenever you're sending out a video, always have the next videos that are going to play after that, whether it's a marketing video or whether it is another video that you've made that's a little bit longer, explaining something a little longer. Make sure they're related to what you're doing. For instance, if you're in real estate, you got buyers and sellers. You know, you're making a video for a seller, have some videos after that relate to that, testimonials about selling, information about homes that are selling, and the same thing on the buying aspect as well. But the features, the rich features that the Dub team has created, Ruben, Darius, and the whole team are fantastic. You know, we have the ability to record your screen. You can be the little bubble. You can be the little square down the bottom. You can highlight things on a document, on a website. You can record from your webcam, from your phone. We have teleprompters, which are amazing to keep you on messaging, because I'm a big proponent of the teleprompter, where if you don't have a sales message memorized cold, throw that teleprompter on there and it'll keep you on message. Because the last thing you want to do is have videos that were supposed to be about 30 seconds and they balloon out to about a minute and a half. So there's a lot of the stuff that the team has created to not only be convenient, but to keep you on message and keep you on point and being very efficient and effective. And we found, and the data backs this up in a number of areas, that video hits home in terms of really making an impact. There's a stat out there, one of so many, something along the lines of when someone sees something visual, it registers in their brain 60,000 times faster than it would anywhere else. So we've got to jump out of the box and stop hiding behind the text and put ourselves forefront with video. It makes a difference.
Wow. And it does. There's been people out there doing videos for a long time, and then there's others that have always shied away from it. And you're making this available to the people that maybe shied away from it and just didn't have the mechanism to do it. One of the things I like is that when I have a video there and there's a link, I can see when somebody's looked at it. And let's see, we have some comments right here. There's John Godwin. Video is king. Exactly. John is big in that. He's one of the pioneers in the industry, actually. So was doing putting together the studios and helping famous people like Gittimer get started years ago in all that kind of work. That was like a long time ago, 15 years ago or something. Like unbelievable. You mentioned Ruben. You work with Ruben. How about that? He's been on my show before, and you guys do another show. Talk to people so they might say, hey, I like that guy. So where would they go to see more of you and get to know you better?
Yeah, so Ruben and I, Ruben's the founder of Dub, Darius is the co-founder. The two of them, nicknames I have for them, Ruben is the maestro, he makes it all happen, and Darius is the oracle, he's the expert on everything, he's the genius in the software. And Ruben and I do a show called Rev Show, so short for revenue show, Rev Show, and that's on YouTube, and you can find that with Dub, D-U-B-B, app, A-P-P, Dub app, Rev Show, R-E-V show.
Okay,
so,
let me type that in, Dub app.
Yep, Dub app, D-U-B-B, and then app, A-P-P. And then Rev Show, R-E-V show. So Dub app, Rev Show. And then, well, yes, no, just Dub app. If you put into YouTube, Dub app, Rev Show, then it'll pop up.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what we do is we try to entertain, educate, and really enlighten sales reps, sales leaders, business growth people, anyone that's looking to check out sales strategies and advice. We really just want to make a difference out there with the show and really lean into different strategies that will help people break through the noise, like the benefit method. Ruben came up with something called quantum selling, which is really neat. The giving effect. So a lot of stuff that just hopefully makes a difference for people out there.
Yes. And if I got to tell everybody, if Rob Botts looks familiar, he's a movie star. He's Rob, just tell him a little bit about your see, I got my friend Joe, and then now you. I love Hollywood. You've been out there in front of the camera. Just tell them a little bit about you if they look you up.
Yeah, so I've been in the SAG union a long time. I've done a lot of independent projects. I just love acting, writing, directing, anything creative. I've always really just kind of get the goosebumps on my arm when I start doing it. And I've been lucky enough to work on projects where it's been amazing working with directors and writers and producers, and it's just been a lot of fun. I love when, if you're doing a scene in acting and the director comes to you and says, "Okay, I want an adjustment here, a slight adjustment there." It's fun doing that because you want to get the vision that they have out there into the world. And I think whenever people come together creatively to make a project, whether it's film, TV, shorts, whatever it is, it's just amazing because each one of those things really means something. And it's been wonderful just being able over the years to be part of those things. So it's been great.
And folks, he's available. Rob@dub.com. And I know he checks his email and he replies, and he'd love to be your friend and get to know you. This is just the kind of guy he is. In fact, the whole group at Dub is available. And
yeah, the team's amazing. I mean, it's just a group of wonderful, warm people that are intelligent, know what they're doing, high EQ, high IQ, and they've just been amazing to be a part of the Dub family.
So as we're wrapping this up, is there anything in particular that you would like to really be sure and leave the audience with before we shut her down here?
Yeah, don't let limiting beliefs stop you. Take the limiting beliefs and make them limitless beliefs. That's something that we're really big on. Things don't have to be perfect. Just start doing things every day, one step at a time. If you're someone out there that's just, I'm not sure about being on video, just start one step at a time. It does not have to be a huge Hollywood production. It's all about just grabbing a camera, having a light, having some sound, really just leaning into who you are authentically. And remind yourself that every day when you're communicating with someone, treat them how you'd want to be treated. And that's really the baseline for pretty much everything. Be mindful and move forward in life. Every step, move forward.
Rob, thank you so much for being here. This has been great. I've got a live audience that are just stunned by how awesome you are and what we've brought here. I mean, they're really listening to some stuff. They're just sitting back because I see tons of people online just taking it in. So this has been meaningful. Sometimes the banter in the comments is not what it's about, but it's people paying attention and saying, I need to think about this. We talked about Friday afternoon. This is my Friday afternoon coming up. Earlier, as an encouragement to everyone, you might want to follow the green rule, which is do for yourself what you're asking others to pay you to do for them. So work on your brand, work on some things that other people are paying you to do. Maybe you're the head of marketing for some company, but you're not marketing yourself. Maybe you're a consultant kind of guy and people pay you to do what you've done for years and you're really good at, but you realize that your own brand needs some polishing. That's the green rule. Take care of yourself as well. So, Rob, thank you so much for coming. If you would step back into the green room and don't eat all the fruit because I'll be there as soon as the show's over in a minute. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Jay. Bye, everybody.
And everyone, I want to thank you for being here for the Buyers and Sellers Show. I'm Jay Skinner. We're here every Friday at 10:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us again. And you can always find me at thejayskinner.com, or there's my phone number, email. Love to get to know you. Love to talk to you. With that in mind, Well, I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Well, I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Yeah. We got some crazy little women there. I'm going to get me one. See you next week. Thanks for coming.